Hi, I'm Zen and this is Lolly, and in this episode we switch gears and turn our attention to the nightlife and places to eat and drink around the city. Jumping from bar to bar, from Midtown to downtown and across the bridge. And whether it's escaping all the Christmas crowds in Midtown, ducking into a dive bar while others shop, grabbing the ultimate burger in the best kept secret downtown,
I think this means that we can't leave.
or going to the raunchiest and naughtiest Christmas show in town,
I was blown away by that.
we've got you covered. This is our story. As covered in the last video, Midtown is where you'll find all the big attractions, from the Rockefeller Christmas tree and ice rink to the Rockettes at Radio City. And while that's all great, you're going to want to make sure you can escape to some calmer environments. First up is the Haven Rooftop Bar and Restaurant on West 47th Street. Just 2 blocks away from all the action, the Haven Rooftop Bar is located at the top of the Sanctuary Hotel, offering a good selection of food and drinks, all encased under a glass roof. It's not a huge space, but it's a fun and lively spot to take a pit stop. Next up is the Elgin, which sits smack bang in the middle of all the Christmas tourist hotspots, and all the better for it. It's a great place to escape to, offering decent food and drinks in a fun and lively atmosphere, with attentive staff, a welcoming vibe, and a perfect spot to escape those crowds. And speaking of food, if you're a meat lover and up for something a little more upscale and old school, then you can't go far wrong than the Hawksmoor. The award-winning steak restaurant can be found between Madison Square Park and Gramercy Park, where the crowd is a little more sophisticated and the pace feels a little slower, but in a good way. The food is fantastic, staff are super friendly, and it really feels like you've been transported back in time. Now, typically at this point of the night, most people will be making their way to Broadway for one of the many excellent shows on offer, including perhaps the most famous Christmas show of them all, the Rockettes. We, however, are heading in the opposite direction, on our way to a very different Christmas performance. Taking the opportunity to burn a few calories along the way, there's really nothing better than walking the iconic Brooklyn Bridge. Although again, keep in mind at this time of year, it's also very busy. But still probably quicker than catching a taxi. Once you're on the other side, Dumbo, which is short for down under the Manhattan Bridge overpass, is well worth a walk. Perfect for recreating one of the most iconic images of the city, while also offering incredible views back at Manhattan. And while we do love to walk, there are certain times when it's simply easier and far more efficient to jump on the underground, when the traffic is at a standstill and it's simply too far to walk. And once you've got your head around all the lines, it really is a great way to travel. Moving further away from all the skyscrapers of Manhattan, make sure to swing by Williamsburg, a hip neighborhood in Brooklyn that draws the young and the fashionable to its chic boutiques, trendy cafes and buzzy restaurants. Which brings us to Meadow Suite, a Michelin-style restaurant offering Mediterranean-influenced new American dishes and craft cocktails, with a decent-sized menu and a laid-back and charming environment, with food that is out of this world.
Oh my god.
And then it's off to the main event. Bushwick is an evolving industrial area marked by imaginative street art and converted warehouses that are home to artist studios and coffee shops. And while it feels a million miles away from Manhattan, and even perhaps feels a little disconcerting, don't be fooled by appearances. This is very much a hip and upcoming part of New York.
Are we going to get IDs?
Enter Company XIV, an intimate theatre group founded in 2006 by classically trained nightlife impresario Austin McCormick, who produces some of the most spectacular burlesque performances in New York. With a capacity of 175, this really is up close and personal, and all the better for it. The Nutcracker Rouge is Company XV's naughty take on the classic ballet, which features circus artists, burlesque dancers, and incredible singers. The show runs for approximately an hour and a half. It's sexy, it's intoxicating, and the performances will leave you breathless. It's not cheap, and tickets will set you back somewhere around £200 per person, and the drinks aren't much cheaper either, but in our view it's worth every penny and offers a truly incredible theatrical experience that's unlike any other in New York.
I was blown away by that.
And then it's time to head back to our trusty hotel in Tribeca of the Roxy, where the cool vibes continue and drinks continue into the early hours, before calling it a night in preparation for another fun-packed day of exploring ahead. And for us, there's nothing better than mooching around Lower Manhattan and working our way through the different neighbourhoods, from Greenwich to Soho, Meatpacking to Chelsea. And while some of your party are off shopping in hip and trendy Soho, there's always an opportunity for a hair of the dog in a cool and unassuming bar such as The Foley. The Foley is a hidden gem of a bar along West Houston Street that you could easily walk by without realising it's even there. But walk down the stairs and you're greeted to a deceptively long bar that has the look and feel of an old ship. Clearly a local favourite, this is a great place to hang, and if you're lucky, you might even catch a Father Christmas or two while you're there.
We thought we'd do like lunch, like late lunch and meatpacking.
Pastis is a super trendy, French-influenced bistro located in the heart of the meatpacking district, which we would end up coming back to more than once. The atmosphere is lively and the food is fantastic, where you should definitely check out their famous onion soup and croque monsieurs. Just around the corner, the start of the High Line, and it's also close to the Gansevoort rooftop bar, which has some great views of the surrounding area and offers some punchy drinks.
What is it? Is it a double? At least.
And continuing on the food front, if you're after a really great burger, then you should check out Au Cheval, an upscale diner-style bar and restaurant completely hidden from view down Cortlandt Alley.
I think this means that we can't leave.
Have a Sunday lunch, if I ever did see one.
And in the village you'll find Blind Tiger, another long-running popular locals pub offering a huge range of craft beers and ales, and perfect for a pit stop. Tavern on Jane is the quintessential Greenwich Village pub with super friendly staff who are as welcoming to the tourists as they are the locals. And the Gadfly Bar is another hidden gem, far from the maddening crowds and labelled as an elevated dive bar. It's cosy and welcoming with a great drink selection and a happy hour running from weekdays 3 to 6. But for us, our heart will always be with the Roxy, which manages to tick every box from the ambience and atmosphere to the vibes and the clientele. It's a special place that captures a magic no matter the occasion or time of day. And whether you're chilling in the atrium, sitting at the lounge bar, or enjoying some of the finest jazz downstairs at the Django, the Roxy really does it all, and we can't wait to return. And if you like what you see here, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll continue to do our best to entertain and inform from our travels around the globe.